Hey folks, Norb here. A little while back, I decided to pick up a pair of these JLab GO Air Pop earbuds. I was on a road trip across the United States and I needed something cheap with a decent battery life that was small enough to wear comfortably to bed since I was traveling with someone who snores. I am a back sleeper. I would not recommend these for sleeping on the side. Let me start with that. These were 20 bucks, so sure. Why not? Before I start, I realized that if I go on Amazon, I'll find about 100 random brands with earbuds that retail for $40 but are somehow always on special for like $15. I've bought a few of those, except for one. They've all been junk. In contrast, you can find these JLab earbuds at your local Best Buy or Target, and they come with a 2-year warranty, which is why I'm focusing on these and not those right now. Anyway, here they are. They look decent. They come in some great colors, including skin tones, and the case, well, that feels cheap and light, but not flimsy. Then there's the earbuds. If you're on a budget and you need something now, these are great, and they set a solid bar of what to expect from earbuds at higher prices when it comes to features and usability. I'm about to get into details, but if you just want my conclusions and advice, just use the bookmarks below and skip to the conclusions section. I have a scoring system and I grade things on a 5-point scale where 1 means I hate it, 2 means I don't like it, 3 means it's okay, 4 means I like it, and 5 means that I love it. So, what do you get for $20? 8 hours of battery life per earbud, 32 with a case, 3 different preset EQ settings, responsive touch controls, IPX4 sweat resistance, which make them perfect for workouts. For features, I give these a 4 out of 5. These don't have active noise canceling, so don't expect these to block much sound. If you're going to use these somewhere loud, for the sake of your hearing, get something with active noise canceling and do not get these. When it comes to sound, I'm giving these a 3 out of 5. Again, for the price, the sound is great. These are fairly neutral by default and comfortable to listen to, but let's level set. Now, these are the AKG N400s. They sound fantastic. If you're looking for N400 sound quality from these, you're not going to get it. The same thing with the AirPods Pro. Don't try to compare them. Here are the S-Rhythm NC15 over-the-ear headphones. These sell for $50 on Amazon. These JLabs do sound better, no question. Now, mind you, the NC15s do have active noise canceling, but honestly, it's not very good and I can't recommend them. So these do sound better than headphones that I paid twice as much for, and they are fantastic for audiobooks and podcasts. When it comes to music, they sound okay enough. If you want to modify the sound, there are 3 EQ settings that these can cycle through. Balance, which I thought was the best for podcasts and audiobooks. JLab Signature, which was good for most everything, and Bass Boost, which was great for lo-fi. Now, mind you, there's not a huge difference between the 3 of them, but it's noticeable enough. To switch between EQ settings or change the volume, answer calls, pause music, and all that jazz, you can use the touch controls, which I found to be responsive without being overtly sensitive. Tap once on the right for volume up, once on the left for volume down. Tap twice on the right to pause or play. Tap twice on the left to launch your phone's smart assistant. Tap 3 times on either earbud to cycle between the 3 EQ settings. Press and hold on the right to skip forward, and press and hold on the left to skip back. These do let you use a single earbud at a time. Just be aware that the touch controls are earbud specific. So if you're wearing the right one, for example, you won't be able to turn down the volume on the earbud. You'd have to use your device. These have the same issue a lot of earbuds do in that they don't have great dynamic range. These aren't extraordinarily loud at the top end, but they do run a little on the loud side on the low end. I was comfortable listening to them between 40 and 60%, but depending on the noise around me, I sometimes had to push these up to 90%. When it was quiet around me, even at 10%, these sometimes felt way too loud. A quick technical note, these only handle the SBC Bluetooth codec, so they should sound the same regardless of what platform you're on. If you're using them to watch video or play games, you might notice a slight delay. Phone calls on these were great, so long as I was somewhere that was relatively quiet. They were clear to me and clear to the other person, but they pick up everything. Still, I give these a 4 out of 5 for calls. Much better than I expected. Here's a sample of the microphone so you know what to expect in a quiet environment. The only thing that's running right now is my AC. So if you can hear that, then you can hear everything that's happening around me. Testing, 1, 2, 3. And now here I am outside, so you can hear the microphone. There's some traffic around me. You can hear it might be kind of windy. So testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. They're a little finicky to take out of the case. Speaking of the case, you probably noticed that the charging cable is attached. Just plug the case directly into a USB-A port and let it charge. This is great if you're charging them on a computer, not so great if you have to use a wall plug. And yeah, if the cable gets damaged, then it's time for new $20 earbuds, I guess. They're small and light, so I found them generally comfortable, although wearing them after a few hours became irritating. I also wish they had a small wing or something to help keep them in my ears. While I haven't had an issue with them falling out, I do find myself having to twist them back in once in a while. Overall, I give these a 3 out of 5 for comfort and design. As for build, they also get a 3 out of 5. These are just fine, and good for the price. The plastic itself feels fine. It's, plastic. The case is not needlessly bulky, which is good. It's just a bit bigger than the case for my AirPods, for example. The case is very light, as are the earbuds. When it comes to battery, these are great. JLab claims 8 hours of playback time with up to 3 full charges from the case for 32 hours of playback total. In my tests, this was about right, which was fantastic. But remember, this depends on their volume while you're listening to them, and it doesn't include phone calls. Given everything, I'm giving these a 5 out of 5 for battery life. I love them. When it comes to connectivity, this was unfortunately the weakest area for these earbuds. These use Bluetooth 5.1. You can only connect them to one device at a time. If you want to connect them to a different device, just delete them from the Bluetooth list in their first device. Next time you open the case, these will go into Bluetooth pairing mode. My big issue was that the connection was flaky, especially when outside. This was rare, mind you, but it happened more than with any other pair of earbuds that I've owned. Because of this, I rate these a 2 out of 5 for connectivity. Looking at the whole user experience from the case to the features and the sound, I give these a 4 out of 5 for user interaction design. For what it's worth, there's also a JLab app for Android and iOS, but it's not useful. It's basically just a sales app with some couple of extra features, but honestly just not good. The question of value for the dollar. I mean, at $20, these are fantastic. 5 out of 5, sure. Here are my conclusions. Design and comfort. 3 out of 5. They look and fit great, but I wish they had a small wingtip for stability. Build, 3 out of 5. These are light, but they don't feel flimsy. Battery life, 5 out of 5. 8 hours of playtime is fantastic. Features, 4 out of 5. IPX4 sweat resistance, multiple EQ settings, independent pairing, and touch controls. Sound, 3 out of 5. Decent sound and EQ settings, but they lack detail and have a narrow dynamic range. Phone calls, 4 out of 5. Clear sound and clear microphones, although the mics will pick up everything. Connectivity, 2 out of 5. Connecting was easy, but when using them, the signal would sometimes drop, especially when I was out walking. This was rare, but it happened. User interaction design, 4 out of 5. Great touch controls, and I mostly like the integrated charging cable. Value for the dollar, 5 out of 5. These offer a spectacular value and make for a great, inexpensive gift or backup earbuds. With all that said, my overall score for these is a 3.6 out of 5. So, should you buy these? If your main priority is great sound, then this might be okay depending on what you're looking for. If you mostly listen to audiobooks or podcasts, you probably don't need anything more than these unless you want active noise canceling. But if your main priority is a good value that is decent enough at what it does, then these are good. Would I buy them again? Yes, without a doubt. People on my gift giving list can probably expect one of these in their stocking. For a basic set of earbuds, these are the way to go. Finally, before I finish, I just want to say thanks to all of you who have stuck around for a while. Life got in the way and I haven't been able to post for a long time. But I'm back now and I'm looking forward to hopefully keeping you informed and entertained. If you're watching this channel for the first time, thank you. And if you found this useful, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. With that, see you next time.